What is going on, guys? Grave here. Today I'd like to talk about the Battlefield 6 reveal trailer. Now, this is not going to be any multiplayer gameplay. That is going to have its own trailer that comes out on July the 31st. This is mainly showcasing a lot of what the kind of story is, a lot of, kind of footage from that. And it looks to be a really good story, and I'm glad to see that. We have not had a good campaign in Battle. We hadn't had a campaign in some of the Battlefield games recently, but we have not had a good one since Bad Company 2, in my opinion. If you've been around the channel for a long time, you know I'm a massive first-person shooter fan. When it comes to Battlefield, I've played every Battlefield title, every Call of Duty title, and every Halo title. Yes, I'm older. I'm in my 40s. Those were the games, of course, as I got to an older age, teenage age to in my early 20s. Those were big, popular shooters. So those things were something that I always played, and I've always been a massive Battlefield fan. But when it's come to Battlefield content, I hadn't really uploaded a whole lot on the channel here in the last year because 2042 was just not that great. It was okay. And in my opinion, everything from the start up to Battlefield 4 was phenomenal. Everything after Battlefield 4 was just okay. Nothing mind-blowing when it came to Battlefield games. And a lot of people were really anticipating Battlefield 6 to be what redefines Battlefield as a great FPS, large-scale war kind of game. And from what we've seen in the trailers, it looks like that could be the case. Now, of course, until we get a beta, which is rumored to be out at some point next month in early August, we're really not going to know. You can build up hype and things with trailers and still not have a great game. So I'm holding my breath. We all know how Battlefield has disappointed us over the years, sadly. But this is kind of hard not to get excited for, at least just for the story part. This game looks a lot like Battlefield 4, Battlefield 3, which really makes me happy because I know a lot of you out there probably loved Battlefield 4. Personally, Battlefield 3 was one of my all-time favorites. But either way, both are really great games. And I like that they're going back to that style, that look of just a gritty, boots on the ground, large-scale war kind of game. This is going to be some pretty insane stuff in multiplayer if it holds up to what we have seen so far. There's been a lot of leaks out there about when the game's coming out. There's been a lot of leaks about, beta dates and things like that. I'm not going to do any videos on those until we have some concrete evidence, but just be aware that there is a looming beta. We're probably going to see this game drop sometime between October and November, about that usual time frame for Battlefield, what we've seen in the past. But overall, I'm just really happy to have a Battlefield game to be excited for. Like I said, I'm still not going to completely just think this is going to be the greatest Battlefield ever because I have been disappointed by Battlefield for the last 10 years. A lot of the games over the last 10 years have not been that great. But in general, I think this is one of those things that it's building up my anticipation because of everything that's going into it, all the player testing, all the things that they're doing, letting the community pretty much build the game is a good idea, the way they have been doing the Battlefield Lab. So I'm excited to see where this goes, and I'm really hoping for a great Battlefield game. That's something the shooter genre needs. It's kind of a bad thing, in my opinion, when you only have a couple big shooters and there's nothing really out there that people love to play, besides those one or two. So adding this back in would be a big thing. Having a campaign, having a good multiplayer, having the rumored free battle royale with it. This could be a big turning point for Battlefield as a franchise, considering it's been disappointing for quite a while now in a lot of people's minds. Like I said, I have played all of them. I have not necessarily enjoyed some of them as much as others. That can be said with any game that you play. But overall, I'm crossing my fingers and hoping this is going to be the one that a lot of us have wanted for the past several years. And if that is the case, it's going to be a fun next couple of months building up to this. And of course, it's going to be a great time after release to get to hop in and play some really good Battlefield yet again. Leave me a comment with your thoughts. Let me know what you thought about this reveal trailer. And of course, if you like the video, hit the like. If you have not subscribed yet, please do so. And I'll catch you next time. Peace.